record this. So today we are starting chapter 21, which is the stocks, bonds, and mutual funds chapter. Before we get to that, I wanted to show you this announcement that I posted. It came straight from the dean of the business school, Business Public Service Technologies Department. Just wanted you to know, we understand there's a lot of things going on and everybody has different challenges. And I've said this before and I'll say it every day until graduation and beyond. I'm here for you and I want to see you succeed. And that we have revised certain policies to allow more flexibility in completing your classes. But in order to take advantage of relaxed due dates, you have to contact me and discuss your situation with me and work out a submission schedule that works for both of us. So if you're experiencing some sort of hardship, reach out to me. It's in complete confidence. I won't be discussing it with anybody, what you've got going on, but I need to know you've got something going on and that you haven't just gone AWOL on us this semester for no reason. We will be tracking this, and I will be relaying just the information about attendance to my department head and the dean about students coming to class, not your actual personal situation necessarily, but the attendance. And we do have these attendance assignments for each class period that you have to complete, and that's your sign-in for the day. And if you don't do these attendance assignments, it could still result in you being dropped from this course. So please keep that in mind, that we are being more flexible, but that lack of communication and lack of submission of assignments can still result in being dropped from this course. And I would hate for anybody to do that this far along into the semester. So just take a look over that, reach out to me if you have any questions about it, and we'll see what we can get worked out. That being said, I'll move on. Today, like I said, is chapter 21, stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. So before class today, you should have completed it, wrapped up all of chapter 9 with the test on Sunday, watched the introduction video for today posted below, read the chapter, and completed the SMART book by yesterday. So then the items to do for class today are to watch the lecture videos for chapter 21. I believe there's 3 of them posted. Attend this class, and then complete the attendance assignment listed below by 11:59 p.m. tonight. So make sure you're doing all of those for class today. And your link, of course, is under chapter 21, video resources, lecture videos. And there's a link to each of the 3 lecture videos. Stocks is 1, bonds is 2, and mutual funds is 3. So make sure you're getting through those. We do not have a live class on Thursday, but you will need to make sure that you have completed the Chapter 9 discussion board by Wednesday, and then watch the introduction video. I'm going to record that after class and post it, and then complete. We've got a little mutual funds project I want you guys to do. So there's a part 1 and a part 2. So the part 1 is due Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. And the assignment link is under chapter 1 graded assignments, and we'll go over that assignment in just a minute. And then the only thing to do for class on Thursday is to complete the part 2 of the project, and that will open up Thursday morning and will be Thursday evening. And it does build off of your part 1, so make sure you get that part 1 done so you can build onto it for part 2. And we'll go ahead and take a look at that. So if you go to chapter 21, graded assignments, you'll see part 1 is up here. And it says you have formed an investment club and solicited your friends to join. The club sold 300 shares at $10 each to members to raise money for you to invest. The total amount of money the investment club has to invest is $3,000. The 300 shares times the $10 that each person paid for it. In the attached document, there are 6 different stocks available for you to invest in. You must invest the entire $3,000 in a minimum of 3 different stocks. You may invest in as little as 3 or spread your money out among all 6 stocks. And so what you'll do is you'll fill out this chart here. I can get this to go away. And this is the attached document. It says the same thing at the top. And so then your stock options are listed. American Cellular is selling for $5 a share. Big Box Stores is selling for $20 per share. Biotech Industries is at $10. General Groceries is at $20. Giant Auto is at $10. And Gold Mining Group is at $5. And there's a little write-up about the company, you know, how the company's doing as far as sales and things like that, to kind of give you some idea of which companies you might want to invest in. You have to choose at least 3, but you can choose all 6. Then you come down here, and under price per share, you'll enter, for example, American Cellular is selling at It's selling at $5 a share. Big Box is at $20, so forth. So you bring those down. Then you've got to decide how to spend your $3,000. How many shares you want to purchase at this price. So if I want to buy 10 shares of American Cellular, then I have invested $50. If I buy 100 shares of Big Box, I have invested $200, and so forth. Your total at the bottom has to equal $3,000. You have to invest your $3,000. So you make your own decision on what you want to invest in, how many shares, so forth. So what you'll do is you'll submit this document back to that link. You'll fill in this box with your purchase decisions and submit it back to the link. And that is part 1 of the project. And then I'll talk about part 2 in the introduction video for Thursday, but that's what you've got to do for Wednesday. And this is kind of showing you a mutual fund being an investment in a bunch of different stocks. So that is the mutual funds project. I want to show you some changes I made to the calendar because of this project. So you still have the discussion board due and the mutual funds project due tomorrow night. And then I bumped the homework back until Sunday. So the mutual funds project part 2 is due Thursday. Homework and tests are due Sunday. Then next week we're moving into chapter 16, which is how to read, analyze, and interpret financial reports. And so you have the smart book, the discussion board, and then I moved the homework back here because we're going to have a special Excel assignment to do with this chapter next Thursday. Then the next week we're moving into chapters 14 and 15 combined. So smart book, smart book, then we'll have the chapter 14 lecture, smart book, chapter 15 lecture, discussion board, homework, and then in May we'll have a special house buying project to do. So I'm going to post this. There's just a little bit of shifting done, not much, but a little bit in the week of the 13th, the 20th, the 27th, and the 4th. Just everything, some of the homeworks got shifted back. So, and I will post that as well. Also, I had a request and I had been contemplating it anyway, but I have gone ahead and opened up several assignments for you in case you want to work in advance. So if you're looking at this week, we're working on chapter 21. You'll see that your homework is due on Sunday and your test is due on Sunday. Those are both open now. You can go ahead and work on them. And then the next chapter is chapter 16. And if you go into chapter 16, the smart book, homework, and test should all be open for you to work on as well. Now, if you choose to go ahead and work ahead on those, know 2 things. 1, I don't have the lecture videos posted for chapter 16 yet. I'll be working on those later this week, but they're not up yet. So if you choose to go ahead and work ahead, you're going to be working on your own without lecture videos. And 2, you will still have to come back to Blackboard on Tuesdays and Thursdays and complete the attendance assignment on those dates. These are open in advance for you to go ahead and work on. They count as like your online attendance dates. So I have no problem with you going ahead and working ahead on those. But I have to have an assignment for the seated attendance that's open just on those dates that we would have seated class. So if you go ahead and work ahead and knock out all of chapter 16 this weekend, you still got to go into the transition folder, go to next week, go look at the stuff that you need to do, and make sure you're getting those attendance assignments completed to be counted as present for class next week. And of course, you'll need to attend the live classes and watch the lecture videos once they're posted. But if you want to go ahead and work ahead, chapter 16 is open and chapter 14 is open as well. I just haven't got, I did the smart book and the homework are in there because chapter 14 and chapter 15 are a combined test. So there's not a separate test for chapter 14. So make sure that you're welcome to go ahead and work ahead. Just make sure you're getting these attendance assignments complete as well as your actual homework assignments. So this week, like I said, is chapter 21. Don't forget, you have the summary practice tests, the slides, the practice videos, in addition to my lecture videos and the practice video quizzes available for you for this chapter. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, don't forget, registration is open now for summer and for fall 2020, so make sure that you're going to WebAdvisor. If you don't know, you can go to WebAdvisor and log in. Go to current curriculum students, academics and registration, and right here it says my registration date and time, and it tells you your date and your time that you're able to start registering for summer and fall. So you'll see I'm able to register for classes starting next week because I take classes as an instructor. I take classes for credit as well each semester for fun because, I'm crazy like that. But your date and time will be listed here, and those dates opened up starting yesterday. So if you have any questions, reach out to your advisor. Right here under communication, you can email your advisor, and it will send an email out so that you can ask questions about your program of study and what classes you should take. So make sure you're getting registered and signed up for classes for summer and for fall 2020. Anybody have any questions about anything? Anybody have any other questions? Okay, I will.